Absolutely. And as you said, things feel a lot different from any of the time when we were all young. Uh, we've been describing it almost as the job fog. So when we surveyed parents there, we were getting like over 3/4 of them were saying that they just don't understand this fast changing job market. And the vast majority, over 80%, are really worried that they can't consider all the options when they're giving their child advice because they just simply don't know about them. So at Talking Futures, it's a bank of resources, information, guidance, tips about how to take the pressure out of those sort of conversations.
I mean, over the years, I've been through this so many times, I can't tell you. I found that, there are jobs that I'd never even heard of that my kids have ended up in, actually. So how can you possibly, what's the best way to get to know what sort of personality your child has got, what sort of achievement potential, and where would it be best that they look? How can you know?
Well, this is it. And this is why we came up with Talking Futures as a campaign, because you can't know. It's impossible to know. And I think it's giving yourself, just that little bit of breathing space and taking the pressure off you and your child. You're never going to know. And that's okay not to know. I think the most important thing really is for your child to know that you're in their corner, you've got their back. They mightn't like to admit it, and it doesn't always feel like that, but you're the biggest influence when it comes to the decisions that they make about their career and their future. And I think just having those frequent, non-pressure conversations, so not waiting until it is GCSE result time or they're picking their options or something like that, just really trying to bring it into much more the casual, the everyday sort of conversation at home, asking them what their passions are. We worked with a really great clinical psychologist, Dr. Nahara Kraus, who really focuses on teenage mental health. And what she tells us is that this won't be surprise to anybody who's got a teenager at home, their brains are just hardwired for reward. It's all about them. They want to talk about what they're passionate about. So really sort of anchoring the conversations about what they enjoy, now that we've come to the end of the year, maybe it's like looking back, what was the most fun thing that you did this year at school? What did you really get the most out of? So rather than really trying to ramp up any of the worry and the anxiety about the unknown, the future, just those small little tidbits of conversations here and there hopefully take the heat out of the conversations.